What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all the lines of sight, wall runs, as well as any other secret spots that I know of on every map in Black Ops 3. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the second of the Awakening DLC maps, and that is Skyjacked. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so just in case you live under a rock and didn't know, Skyjacked is actually a reimagined version of Hijacked from Black Ops 2. There are definitely lots of changes that have been made though, so not all the spots that were there in Black Ops 2 are here in this map, and there's actually a lot of new spots in this map that weren't in the Black Ops 3 map. So first off, we're going to start over by the A flag, and this can actually work from the C flag as well. I just decided to start from the A flag. Some people know about this already, actually a lot of people do, but some people don't. You can actually jump to the outside edge over here and wall run this entire edge all the way around here, and it makes for an excellent flank route. Just keep in mind, you can't stand on top of that for too long or you will die, but you can easily just jump over like that. It's great to flank those guys that run up here off the opening route, or just if you know somebody's going to be camping up here, it's excellent to wall run across and then just jump and get behind them. Just keep in mind that as the days and weeks go on with this, more and more people are going to find out about this. There's already quite a few people that know about it, so don't think you're being like the sneakiest person ever doing it, because people definitely know about it now. Now getting over to this side of the map where they had this brand new piece here where they have this big hole opened up, just in case you weren't aware, it's pretty obvious. You can jump right around like this and you can jump in this way. This is something that's completely new that wasn't in Hijacked. And also, if you want to get to the other side, obviously you can just wall run across like this. Pretty straightforward, but I wanted to show you a nice little line of sight. If you are coming from the catwalk side and you're pushing towards the A flag and you have enemies that are set up on that head glitch, which people love to do, all you have to do is, first off, there's a couple different options. You can jump on top of this and kind of strafe over. There you go. Great cover there. Crouch. You're completely behind cover. Stand up. Great line of sight on them. It also works if you jump up on the railing right here. And there you go. Once again, you have great line of cover, or great line of sight with great cover over towards that little head glitch spot. And they don't usually expect this. They're just waiting for you to run around this corner. Now, kind of the reverse to that, if the enemies are just posted up right here and they're just kind of waiting for you, and you want to try to get a line of sight on them, this isn't the best way to do it, but you can kind of see this way if you jump on top of this piece here, and if you jump up, you can get a nice little line of sight, but you can also use this just to see if they're coming through here. Keep in mind, you will lose a little bit of bullet damage trying to shoot through this, so it's better to try and like jump shot them if you can here, or just use this as more of a check spot than anything, so you know when they're going to be coming around the corner. Now, getting into the hot tub, it's no longer a hot tub, but I'm still calling it the hot tub because it was a hot tub in Black Ops 2's Hijacked. A couple really cool spots from in here. Most people will just sit here like this and they'll try and like lock it down if people are coming from A, or they'll sit and they'll try and lock that down there. This is exactly what they expect out of you. So a great alternative is to mantle up on top of this part and then just strafe over. Look at that. You have a great line of sight over there. Of course, your head and a bit of your shoulder is sticking out here, so you're not like completely hidden or anything, but it's just something they don't usually expect from you, and it offers you a nice little alternative line of sight. Same thing goes this way. This is nice because you can see all the way down to where those stairs are there, which people will like to sit quite a lot of times anyways. And you don't get that same line of sight if you're just peeking out this way. So it actually opens up that extra line of sight for you. Now right over here, I just wanted to point out a big change that was made from Hijacked. You can't shoot through this part anymore. This was actually a really major wallbang spot in Hijacked. You could get so many kills by just spraying through this wall, because people loved hanging out in this area here, and they could easily just shoot straight through that. You can no longer do that, but you can still shoot through like this part here. This is still pretty thin here, so you can still shoot through that in order to get those kills. Also, if you want to just have a nice peek, it's very, very obvious, but I thought I'd point it out anyways. A peek to see if anybody's in there, assuming you know your middle map area is covered. You can jump up like that, or the alternative is to jump up like that and have a nice peek in there. Now for the B flag, we have a couple capture spots that were in the original Hijacked. And these are great spots for avoiding frag grenades, and also people who just try to rush you and don't really know what they're looking for. You can actually capture from right here, which is great for avoiding those nades and thermite and stuff like that, like I said. A lot of times I'll sit right here and then I'll try to challenge people that are coming from there. Or you can also come on this side right here and do the same sort of thing. Just keep in mind you're much more exposed if you're over on this side here, so definitely more dangerous to do there. Unfortunately, you can't jump on top of these pieces here, and you can't capture from there. You could in Hijacked, but you can't in Skyjacked. Now over by the C flag, we kind of have the mirror spot to the spot that I showed you over there. You can hop up on top of this railing like this. You don't want to hop right over though, because you'll die. But you can hop up like this, and you can kind of see a little bit in towards where their spawn is. You can't see a ton from here, but you definitely can see a little bit. And if you jump up, you can definitely get a nice little line of sight A lot of times people like to hang out right at the bottom of those stairs there because they kind of use it as a head glitch almost. And you can just kind of like jump up and try and jump shot them, which is much better than just walking around the corner like this blindly. Kind of the reverse to that, a lot of times people will just post up on this piece of cover here. So if you can come up to this area here and then just like use this as a little jump spot, you can use it as a check spot or a place to actually jump shot and kill them. Or you can actually jump up there for up to 3 seconds and pick off your kill and then just strafe back onto where you want to be. Now, another nice thing about this railing right here is it's great for getting a line of sight on the people that are in the second story up there. They're always looking for people that are sitting like right behind this piece of cover here, and that's more or less kind of a fair gunfight. If anything, they have the advantage because they do have a height advantage there, and you have lots of places to worry about when you're standing behind this area here. So if you just want to challenge those guys in the second story, jump up on top of this railing again. Just try not to jump over, and if you're crouched, they can't really see you, stand up. There you go. Nice little line of sight on them. Great way to pick them off if you have like a long-range assault rifle or an LMG or a sniper rifle. Now, right over here, I just wanted to point out a very useful wall run that you guys might not notice at first glance, but I love doing this if I decide to rush the spawns. I'll jump up into this wall run here. Just gives me that little extra height advantage. A lot of times they aren't expecting it. They just come around the corner like this, and suddenly you're way up here. It's just a great way to take them by surprise, and this works on all 4 corners of the map. So you can wall run up here, and then it also works on the other side of the map. I'll show you really quick just so you can see what it looks like, but it works over there, and I'll just show you this one here. So you can jump up like this, jump into the wall run, and use this to attack their spawn as you jump in. A very aggressive move, but it's something that actually has worked for me quite a bit so far. Now, over on this side of the map I see, if you guys are pinned back into your spawn, a lot of the times, this is from Hijacked as well, but it plays the same in Skyjacked, you'll have people that are sitting on that piece of cover there, or they'll just kind of stand in that opening there, and they'll strafe back and forth in and out of cover. And they can really lock you into your spawn here because there's only like 3 points that they have to shut down. So a very, very common place for snipers and other people to sit is right there. And most people to challenge them, they'll like come up to the stairs here and try to head glitch this to get a line of sight on them, which can work sometimes, but a bit of an alternative that I really like to use, especially with sniper rifles, is to jump on top of this railing back here, and there you go. By standing up, you'll actually be able to see at least like their head and shoulders through there if they're standing there, and if you strafe right over, you can see just a little bit of that piece of cover there. You can't see all of it, but you can definitely see a little bit. And if they strafe out a little too far to their left, your right, then you'll be able to pick them off from here. And this is just an excellent spot that they don't expect. Kind of the reverse to that, you can jump up over onto this railing right over here, and that gives you a little bit of a line of sight onto the people that are on that piece of cover right there, or if they come down to the stairs. You can also kind of jump up here, just don't strafe over too much. There's just like a little tiny ledge that you can stand on. It's kind of hard to catch that ledge properly without getting killed, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much. But just from the railing here, gives you a decent little line of sight for a sniper rifle, assuming you're pinned into your spawn back here, and you want to try to break out. Also back here, just wanted to point out that the lifeboats are still here, although they are no longer lifeboats. They are these weird, like, hover jet things, sea-doos, I don't know what you call them. Either way, they are there. As for practical use, I don't think there really is one. It's a good hiding spot, I guess, if you're trying to hide for some reason. That's really the only use that I can think of for those spots. Next up, over by the sea flag here, there's this window right here, which is just very breakable, so you can just shoot straight through it, it'll break. And if you want to make sure, or you want to watch for people that are coming through this doorway right here, and you know that this area is safe, like this is more so for that like 1v1 sort of situation where you know he's maybe chasing you through here, you can just jump up like this, and there you go. Clear line of sight into that doorway, and you'll be able to pick him off there. Just keep in mind, if he decides to go this way, you're in trouble. Using the reverse to that spot there, if you come around this corner and you see somebody that's right there, and you have to like take cover in this corner, this can be a nice little way to challenge them. You can just jump shot, and you can use it as a check spot, or you can actually try to jump and shoot them. You just have to like single jump. You have to get your timing right here. But if you single jump and try to do that, it could work for you as well. So next up, we're going to go below deck here. So just in case you want a reference where I am, this is the big hole in the side where you jump into. And this can be great for search and destroy because a lot of people like to use the underground routes very often, especially now that it's opened up right here. But if you want to challenge people that will jump up to this area here and they'll basically just sit right here, or they'll come through right in that area and you're coming from this other side. I found this little spot while I was wall running. I jumped up into a wall run right here and I just dropped down on top of this fire extinguisher or whatever this is here. So it's a nice little spot you can have to have a peek over in this area here. Just keep in mind, with this being so exposed now, people will often just jump in here and you'll be a free kill for them. I just wanted to point out that this does offer that little bit of cover and that line of sight to look over to that area. Kind of the reverse of that, this one's definitely more practical. If you jump on top of this railing right here and move all the way towards where the wall is, you can see through that doorway right there, and you can pick anybody off that comes around that corner. It looks like you can only see the top half of the doorway, which is true, but the way that they have to come around that corner there, you'll see their entire body as they come around that corner, and you can easily just pick them off through there. I'll just show you kind of what you're looking at. You can see how you're looking downwards at an angle here, so there's no way of them to come around, no way for them to come around this corner without you seeing them and being able to pick them off. Next up, this is a spot that if I remember correctly, it was in the hijack map as well, but you can jump up right here and use this to wait for the people that are coming around the corner right here. And on the reverse of that, just keep in mind that there are people that do that, and you can shoot through this without losing too much bullet damage. So just be aware as you're coming through this doorway here, especially in game modes like Search and Destroy, if they happen to beat you right to that spot, which is pretty rare, but if they happen to, just be ready to challenge people that are waiting for you behind that piece of cover. Alright guys, so I decided to save the best cool little spot for last, and this is a spot that's returning from Black Ops 2's Hijacked, and it's really, really cool. So there's this little vent right here. I just want to show you, if you throw a stun grenade or a frag grenade through here, obviously I just screwed it up. You have to aim a little bit low. You'll be tempted to aim like right at it, but instead you want to aim a little bit lower here like that. So it actually pops up like that, and I'll show you where that landed right here, and then I'll show you, hopefully on theater mode, I'll go back and I'll show you a little cinematic of what actually happens with a frag grenade or your concussions. That's where the concussion landed, right here next to the B flag. So it's a great way to help your teammates out. You might even be able to get a kill through there if you use a frag grenade and you just get the proper roll so it actually rolls towards the B flag. Really cool spot. It's honestly not going to be like the most useful spot that you're going to be able to get a kill with every single game. It's just really cool to know it's there. It also works going the other way, but keep in mind if you don't cook a frag grenade, it'll probably just roll through the hole there and fall off the map. But I'll toss one down there and we'll see what happens with it. It might just roll off the map, but I think it actually just caught. Yeah, it did just explode inside. I could hear it explode inside here. Hopefully it'll have a big area where it blew up. I don't know where it blew up exactly, but it did land right in here. It came down through that vent, landed in here, and you may be able to pick off a kill going that way as well. So there we have it. Those are all the spots that I was able to find on the map Skyjacked. Let me know in the comment section below which one of the Awakening DLC maps you'd like me to cover next. Keep in mind, I've already covered Splash. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.